Western Brown High School to Roses Field at Kibler Stadium for tonight's Week 10 matchup, the final game of the regular season here for both of these teams, the Wilmington Hurricane and the Western Brown Broncos. Greg Liming and Rob Bowman here to cover this one here tonight. Well, Western Brown's coming off a win. Finally broke that 5-game losing streak after starting the season 3-0. They get a big win last week at Goshen. 42-7 was the final in that one. And Coach Osborne kind of talked about it after that Clinton Massey game, building some momentum coming into the end of the season. They're starting to get healthy, especially on that offensive side of the ball with Brady Sutton and getting Harmon back and some of those guys, those key pieces that they have in their offense. And last week, we saw the emergence of Alex Weber and had three touchdowns on the ground, over 100 yards. And this is a big one here tonight. This is, we talked about it in our pregame huddle. This is win or go home for the Broncos. You get on that Joe Idle website, and there's about 800 different scenarios that they lay out of what could happen. But bottom line is Western Brown pretty much has to win here tonight to get in. And if they don't, it would take some kind of sort of a miracle for them to get in. So maybe a little bit of pressure. It is senior night here, but Western Brown kind of riding a little bit of momentum here coming off that big win against Goshen.
Well, and there's a lot on the line for both teams as well. I mean, if you look at Wilmington, they're trying to finish the season above 500, and they're trying to get that higher seed in the playoffs. I think no matter what, I think they're still going to have an away game in the first round, whether they win or lose. It looks like, based on the numbers and everything, they're probably going to get in, win or lose, but it could really vary their seeding, potentially being like a 16 seed if they lose. Western Brown, on the other hand, trying to finish at 500 in the regular season and get into the playoffs, and it looks like, based on the numbers there, that they're going to be out if they lose. If they win, probably around a 10 or 11 seed, somewhere in there, maybe 12, depending on where everything else falls with some of the other teams. So a lot on the line there. And then for Wilmington, too, trying to finish over 500 in the conference play in the SBAAC. And we saw last season in this matchup, things got real chippy. Some ejections in that game, some big penalties. And hopefully we left that on the field last year. But this game usually real physical. Again, final contest of the regular season for both these squads. Senior night for these Broncos as well.
And we'll talk about those seniors, at least for the senior football players that did all the fall sport athletes here. Senior night, including band members, everybody that's participated in a fall sport or activity here at Western Brown. So had that pregame before we came on, but about 3 minutes and 45 seconds till we kick it off. We'll go over both these teams will be playing here tonight, starting with those Wilmington Hurricane, led by head coach Ryan Evans Sr. They are currently ranked 11th in Region 12 of that Division III OHSAA playoff picture. Coach Evans is now in his third season leading the Hurricane. His record with the Hurricane is 18-13 with 2 playoff appearances. Last season under Evans, the Hurricane finished the regular season 8-2 after winning their final 4 regular season games against Western Brown, New Richmond, Goshen, and Batavia. The Hurricane faced number 9 seed Bellbrook in the playoffs, where they were beaten by a final score of 48-0. This season, the Hurricanes are 5-4, 2-2 in the SBAAC, and most recently, Wilmington is coming off back-to-back victories versus Goshen and New Richmond. And again, Western Brown looking to try to get to 500 on the season here tonight. And they did climb out of last place with that win against Goshen last week, put themselves 1 game back of that 500 mark. And if they're able to get a win here tonight, most likely get into the playoffs. I'll hand it back over to Rob, and he'll have a little bit about those Broncos.
And Western Brown coached by Nick Osborne. Broncos currently 18th in those Region 12 Division III seedings. Need to be in the top 16 to get a playoff chance. Broncos coach now in his 5th season with an overall record of 34-20, 6 playoff victories, 3 winning season in those first 4. Western Brown in Week 9 versus Goshen gave up an opening drive touchdown to the Warriors, who were able to have a sustained drive running the ball, but Western Brown able to answer that, tying the score at 7. Western Brown defense stepped up on the next series after forcing a turnover on downs, and they would not relent the remainder of that game, forcing 3 punts and 2 interceptions on the remaining series for Goshen's offense. Broncos offensively scored on 6 of their first 7 possessions in the ball game, leaving them with a win and a final score in that one, 42-7. Currently, the Broncos' record is at 4-5. They are 1-3 in the SBAAC American Division. Western Brown ended that 5-game losing streak last week, and that started week 4 against Jackson. Broncos now tied with New Richmond and Goshen in that last place spot in the American division of the SBAAC, and like Greg said, trying to move up above that and not finishing in dead last spot there.
So some key performers, starting with the Wilmington Hurricane. Their senior quarterback, number 12, Jake Stevens, 1,587 passing yards, which is third in the conference, 17 touchdowns, 25 rushing yards, and 5 touchdowns on the ground as well. Sophomore running back, defensive back, number 14, Josiah Puller, 449 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and also has 97 yards receiving and a touchdown. Wide receivers, Zane Smith, Stephen Rickman, Eli Stewart, and Peyton Maurer accounted for a combined 1,263 yards and 14 touchdowns. All 4 have at least 289 yards, and all 4 players have contributed on the defense as well. They combined 11 interceptions and 13 tackles for loss. So some pretty good skill players in that group. For the Hurricanes, senior defensive lineman number 23, Bryson Shute, 106 tackles, second in the conference, 1 sack, 9.5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 2 pass breakups. Senior linebacker number 43, Luke Achterman, 92 tackles, 4th in the league, 3 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, which is 3rd in the SBC, and 2 forced fumbles. And we heard Coach Osborne talk about the senior defensive lineman number 55, Malachi Cumberland, 61 tackles, 11 sacks, 23 tackles for loss in 9 games, which is best in the conference, and 1 forced fumble. As the Broncos are running out through the banner here, both teams are out on the sideline, and we're just about ready to kick it off. We'll have key performers for Western Brown here at some point in the broadcast, but you've heard us talk about those guys all season long. But I think really what it comes down to here for Western Brown, and we did see the coin flip, and Wilmington won the toss and they deferred to the second half, so Western Brown will receive that opening kick. But I think it's going to come down to the offensive line had a big week last week. If they can create space for the running lanes, and we can see Weber kind of pick up where he left off, as well as Sutton running the ball. He's a very capable runner as well. But it really comes down to protection for Sutton. If he has time in the pocket, I think Coach Osborne likes his chances of his skill guys to win down the field and give Sutton, kind of take what they can give him and then start, maybe open it up over the top. But I think it's key for Western Brown to score early and get out fast. And if they can do that and maybe get a stop or 2 on defense, they're going to put themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, and this is a defense that obviously doesn't relent with the numbers that they've put up in the front end with the defensive line and linebackers pressuring up front, and then the DBs with the statistics there, the pass breakups, interceptions on the season. So offensive line, like Greg mentioned, had a great week last week against Goshen. Big confidence boost for them, able to run the ball. Weber in the backfield did a great job filling in there. First time rushing this season. Looked like a true running back, too, back there. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground. And like you said, that offensive line's got to play really well tonight. Give Sutton that time. Started offsides before the kick. Looked like the freshman, though, was back there for Western Brown to field that one. Carson Parker.
So we'll tee it up and try it again here from the 40-yard line this time. Or actually from the 35-yard line, rather. Wilmington wearing their all-white uniforms with black helmets and orange letters and numbers and orange trim down the side. Western Brown wearing their yellow pants with brown jerseys and their gold numbers and letters with their white helmets as usual. Still wearing the pink sleeves, some of them, and the pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we'll try it from the 35 this time. This time another good-looking end-over-end kick. And it's going to be fielded right about the 25-yard line over on the far sideline. That's Weber trying to bounce it to the outside, up past the 40, still dodging and weaving through some traffic all the way up to almost the 45-yard line, approaching midfield. So pretty good field position after the penalty, and a nice little return from Weber. This Western Brown offense will be trotting out for their first possession.
And good field position to start the ball game. Haven't had that recently, and most of their games kind of start that first series around the 20-yard line. So to get out near midfield, a lot of breathing room here, and again, this is field position. It looks like we do have a penalty, so that one is going to be moved back a little bit.
So they're going to move it back to the 30 now, which is about where he fielded it. I think it was didn't see if it was a hold or a block in the back. There's a lot of bodies over there towards that far sideline where Wilmington's bench is at in the visiting stands. But either way, it'll be on the 30-yard line now where the Western Brown offense will trot out here for their first possession, 1st and 10. Weber will line up in the backfield with Sutton, 3 on the right, 1 out wide on the left. Western Brown headed from left to right on your radio dial here in this first quarter. Sutton ready for the snap, takes it, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it quick, has it complete out to Jaden Parker, takes a couple of big hits, and goes forward for maybe a yard or two. Is going to bring up second down and about 8.
Able to shed that first attempt at a tackle from Elijah Stewart, but only able to manage a couple yards there on that screen pass over to the short side of the field.
So they'll give him 2 up to the 32. It'll be second down and 8 with 11.5 minutes to go. This time they'll line up 3 on the right, 2 down here on the bottom on the left. Sutton in the shotgun by himself. Takes a snap, looking to his right. He's going to throw it. And a little bit of miscommunication there as Sandefur broke his route off. And Sutton threw it over the top, so it'll fall incomplete. It'll bring up third down and 8.
It looked like a little option route there. Sandefur decided to come back to the ball, and Sutton threw the fade route down the sideline. Third and long coming up.
So a big third down coming up here for this Wilmington defense and Western Brown offense, trying to keep the drive alive. Had good field position on the return, but brought back by the penalty. They're still on the 32-yard line here, where it's third down and 8 after that incompletion. Kind of a tight formation here. Weber, as Powell will go in motion on that far side. Now looking over that way, they're going to throw it towards Powell, almost tipped, and Powell has it, but he's not going to have it. He's still trying to fight for first down yardage. He's not going to get there. He's up to about the 36-yard line, which is going to leave him about 4, maybe 4.5 yards to go here on a fourth down.
Yeah, the offense is still on the field right now. Coach Osborne now sending in the signal, so offense will remain out there.
So they're going to spot it on the 36-yard line, just short of the 36, so just over 4 yards to go. We'll see if they decide to go for it. They try the hard count, nothing there. Now they're going to look over to Coach Osborne. They go empty set, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Sutton in the shotgun right on the 30-yard line. Sutton takes the snap. Now he is just going to pooch punt it away. No one back deep for Wilmington. Takes a nice Western Brown bounce down inside the 20, and it checks up right at the 15-yard line. So pretty good job there by Sutton, able to kind of flip the field. Why not try the hard count and get a free one? They don't bite, so they just kick it away. So a 3 and out for that first possession for the Western Brown offense, and now the Wilmington offense will be trotting out for their first possession.
Yeah, and good decision there on 4th and medium. Not in great positioning on the field around that 35-yard line, so decide to punt it. And again, not having anyone deep, they don't have any chance to field that. Sutton gets a great roll on it too, all the way down to the 15.
So to be first and 10 from the 15-yard line. Again, Wilmington headed from right to left on your radio dial here in this first quarter. If you're in a safe place to do so, check us out on GoodGuysRadioTV.com, where you can see the live action and hear the broadcast from Rob and myself. Shotgun formation, man goes in motion. They'll take the snap, going to hand it off, going off that left side, and met by a couple of tacklers, and going to be knocked backwards, but not before he goes forward for a couple of yards. It'll bring up second down in about 7.
And guess who? Ty Spalding there to meet him in the hole. Big hit there in the middle. The defensive front staying strong.
I mean, do we even have to say it anymore? I think you can just assume almost every play Spalding's going to be involved on that defensive side, especially any run play. But they'll give him 3 up to the 18. It'll be second down and 7, just under 10 minutes to go. Stevens in the shotgun, has 1 man off to his left. 2 receivers lined up on both sides of the formation. Stevens takes the snap, looking to his right, throws it quick towards his sideline, and almost tipped. Weber trying to get a hand on it, but a nice catch right at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a big throw and reception. And a little bit slow to get up over there, but that's going to move the chains. That was number 3, Stevie Rickman, with the reception.
That was a really good coverage from the Broncos, but a great throw from the quarterback there. Got it just over those outstretched fingertips of Alex Weber. And great catch. Big first down for Wilmington.
I think Weber might have jumped about a millisecond too earlier. He would have gotten a hand on it. Same formation here. Ball's on the right hash, rather. Man goes in motion. That's Rickman going across the formation. Takes the snap. They're going to hand this one off, going off that right side. Has some running room over there, upended right about the 46-yard line. Nice little 6-yard gain on first down. It'll bring up second.
Yeah, Carter Saylor and Alex Weber in on the tackle there on the edge, but not Western Brown. Got to do a little better job and contain on that one. Force that, either outstretch it wide to the sideline or try to slow him down enough in the middle.
So it'll be second down and 4 here with 8:53 to go in the first quarter. No points on the board so far. First possession here for this Wilmington offense. Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it, has it complete to Stewart towards that Western Brown sideline, trying to get to the edge, and Eli Stewart is not going to be caught. Turns on the burners, and Eli Stewart is going to take it to the house. And just when I said there are no points on the board yet, we have points on the board now. And a quick little out route throw, and Stewart did the rest. Turned on the Jets all the way to the house. Wilmington leads 6-0.
Yeah, just a short route and able to get down the sideline quick. Angles for the tackle weren't great on that one, and he's able to turn on the Jets, put it in for 6.
And Coach Osborne talked about their speed in the pregame huddle, and that was number 5 again. Stewart showed off the speed there, took it all the way into the house. On for the extra point is Dylan Groves. The kick is good, but penalty flags fly out. And I think we're going to have a penalty going against Wilmington. I'm not sure what the signal is here. I think they're signaling offsides. So it's going to be against Western Brown. Offsides against Western Brown. Looked like the kick was good. So I think they'll scoot it up half the distance and try it again. So again, Western Brown defense got a couple of nice stops there early, and then a couple of nice throws from Stevens. Put him in almost to midfield, and then a quick little out route. Stewart took it to the house. They lead 6-0 with the extra point coming up. So Groves will try it again from a little closer here, trying to make it 7-0. Snaps back a little high, but able to get it down, and the kick is up and good. So Wilmington leads 7-0 here with 8:36 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
I got Joe.
You can just do one there, please.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
7-0. Wilmington scores the first touchdown of the game and adds the extra point to lead. And we were kind of talking there, a little bit of speed there, but just a kind of a quick little out route throw, and nice job by Stewart to take it to the house. Western Brown defense going to have to adjust to maybe a little bit more speed than they've been used to seeing these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that's nothing that they're not able to adjust to. I mean, they'll be able to get that shirt up.
Kickoff is going to be fielded this time inside the 10-yard line. Trying to set up some blocks, going up the middle, full head of steam, bounces off one would-be tackler, but out to about the 25-yard line. That was Carson Parker, the freshman, able to get it right to the 25-yard line, where the Western Brown offense will be coming out for their second possession, trying to answer back. But again, I think Coach Osborne maybe we saw a lot of success with the screen throws and kind of those underneath routes last week. Maybe they go back to that here and just try to get Sutton in a rhythm and get a sustained drive going here and stay on the field as long as they can.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do on the first series, get the ball out of his hand quick. Offensive line did a good job on that with protection in the first series. Just a couple of miscommunication throws.
So it's first down and 10 from the 25, 8:31 to go in the first. Sutton in the shotgun, 3 on the right, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it this way, trying to get it to Sandifer. A little bit of contact, and I don't think Sandifer ever saw the football. Didn't get his head turned around. Pretty good coverage again by Elijah Stewart. And it falls incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
That was a really good throw, but, yeah, Sandifer just never got eyes on it. Went right over his head.
And that's the second time we've seen him go that way. And we don't have height and weight on Wilmington's roster, but Sandifer goes quite a bit taller than the defensive back Stewart. So trying to exploit that height advantage, but not able to do it here so far. Empty set this time, second down and 10, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Ball still on the 25. Sutton looking to his right, has some pressure up the middle now, throws it late. And Jaden Parker tries to go down and get it, but cannot do it. Falls incomplete, and this Western Brown offense is having some trouble getting started here.
And Wilmington gets some pressure on Sutton on that one. He has to get rid of it quickly. Sandifer again ran that fade route up the sideline, tried to go to Parker out in the flat off to the right. That one comes up just a bit short.
So it's going to be third down and 10, still on the 25. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Valdez in the backfield with Sutton. Sutton takes a snap, quick throw. That one's going to be tipped and almost intercepted. It was batted around. A defensive lineman got a hand on it and couldn't quite come up with it. And some more pressure causing trouble for Western Brown, and they're going to have to punt it away again. Another quick 3 and out.
Yeah, that was big. Malachi Cumberland got his paw up there, able to bat it down, gave his teammate a chance to get the interception, but it fell to the turf. And Western Brown will send out the punting unit.
You said it again, don't have height and weight on Wilmington's roster, but Malachi Cumberland has got some size up there on the front. Got that big paw up in the air and swatted it, almost batted it right to his teammate, but fortunate for Western Brown, that one hit the turf. Weber's going to punt it away. Takes a couple steps to his right. Now he's going to kick it. A good-looking end-over-end kick's going to bounce and check up right about the 31, maybe 32-yard line where they'll down it right there. And Wilmington will be coming back out for their second possession, trying to extend their lead. But Western Brown offense, just a little bit of a slow start here. Something we didn't see last week. They got off to a really fast start last week, and just a little bit of miscommunication. They've had a couple of chances for some big plays, and I think, Powell had some room there to run if Cumberland doesn't get a hand on that, but they're just kind of, a little bit off right now to start the game, but we'll see them settle in here soon. But defense is going to try to find a way to come up with a stop here.
Yeah, and that big went back to that tunnel screen in the middle on that play where the pass got batted. Like you said, he had room to run, but that's a big defensive front to try to throw over the top of.
Cumberland plays left tackle too, so pretty busy out there. Number 55, Malachi Cumberland, the senior. Stevens takes a snap, hands it off, going off that right side. Pretty good coverage there by Western Brown. Goes forward for maybe a yard or two. Is going to bring up second down. It looks to be about 9.
Elijah Valdez in there on the tackle, made a good stick. Got in there quick. Maybe about a half yard on that one.
I think that was Josiah Puller on the carry there. They're going to spot him with a yard on the scoreboard, but yeah, I don't even think he got a full yard there. So second down and a long 9 here with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first. Same formation here from Wilmington, two running backs in the backfield with Stevens, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Stevens takes a snap, hands it off, going off that right side, and a good pursuit up front. I think that was Landon Lambert, number 10, able to drop him for about a 3, maybe 4-yard loss. And it's going to be third and long here. Nice play by Western Brown.
And that's what I was talking about in that first series where they were able to get that edge, pick up about 6 or 7 on that sweep to the outside. Lambert ready for it, set the edge really well, shed the blocker, and brought him down for a big loss.
So they're going to drop him for a pretty big loss. It's going to be 3rd and 13 all the way back at the 30 now. So a nice play by Lambert to stretch it out and get his hands on him and bring him down. Same formation, but it'll be flipped this time. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. 2 running backs in the backfield with Stevens. Stevens takes a snap, looking to throw. Has pretty good protection. Is going to throw it over towards the Western Brown sideline. Has it complete, takes a big shot, and knocked out of bounds. But I think he's going to be right at the line to gain, and I think that's going to move the chains for Wilmington.
Just enough, too. That ball hung up there for a while. Able to wait on it and then turn upfield and pick up just enough for that first down before Cash Smith makes a contact, forces him out of bounds.
So that will move the chains on a 3rd and 13, a chance for Western Brown to try to put him in a 4th down situation. Can't do it. Moves the chains up to the 44-yard line for Wilmington, approaching midfield with 6:43 to go here in this first quarter. Same formation again from Wilmington. This time man goes in motion. This time they're going to fake the handoff, quick throw over towards the middle, and they're going to wrap him up and bring him down, but not before he goes into Western Brown territory. I believe that was Zane Smith with the catch. Down to the opposite 44-yard line, it'll be a first down.
Yeah, it's a curl route over the middle, and Sandifer able to bring him down, but not after that first down marker is reached.
Stevens looks pretty sharp so far. Got a lot of zip on the ball, doing a good job kind of moving his feet, moving the pocket a little bit, and able to find his receiver there for another first down. Down inside Western Brown territory on the 44-yard line. Ball's right in the middle of the field. This time, same formation again. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Stevens fakes a handoff, rolling to his right, wants to throw it, sets his feet, and a little bit too high intended for Zane Smith. A little bit of pressure there from Denver Ballou, kind of hurried to throw along. It'll fall incomplete, brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, that one over the middle, post route, and just sails on him a little bit, but I think that pressure got to him from Ballou. Ballou came free, and I think the only reason he didn't get contacted before was he rolled out to the right just a little bit from the pocket.
I remember coming up at the half, it's the Health Source of Ohio halftime report. We'll bring you our first half checkup, your Cincinnati Bengals studio update, and more. Second down and 10 from the 44. Clock stops at 6:10. Stevens takes a snap, couple step drop, throws it quick towards his own sideline, a little too far out of the reach for the intended receiver over there. It falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 now. Another chance for Western Brown on a 3rd and long.
Yeah, just a comeback route on their own sideline. It's a far throw, too. Across the field, Alex Weber in coverage there. That one out of his reach and out of the receiver's reach.
I think that was Stewart, tried to dive and catch it. Field could still be a little damp from that little bit of rain shower we got earlier. Didn't really rain a whole lot, but enough to maybe wet the field and See the tabletops down there on the sideline, and the benches are a little wet, so maybe some footing issues here. 3rd down and 10. Stevens takes the snap. Pretty good protection, looking to throw deep. He's going to throw it towards his own sideline. Has a man with a step, and it goes off his hands, incomplete. That was Stewart, as Weber did a good job closing down, but Stewart had a chance at another touchdown, and that one falls through his hands. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10.
Yeah, 4th and 10. That one probably a walk-in touchdown if he's able to come up with that reception there, as he had Weber beat by a couple steps. But fortunate for the Broncos, that one falls incomplete.
And it was a long throw, but maybe just a half-yard underthrown, just enough to where Weber got a chance to maybe get in the vision line of Stewart. Weber was closing fast, but Stewart had blown the top off of it. It falls incomplete, and it looks like Wilmington, as of now, is bringing Stevens back out there. We'll see. I'm not sure if they use him as their punter, kind of like Western Brown does, or if they're going to go for it in Western Brown territory here, playing with the lead. They might just decide to try to go for it. Stewart does look like he's pretty far back off the ball, or Stevens rather, and now he's yelling to the sideline, not really sure, trying to get the play in. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. Looks like a little bit of confusion as a Wilmington Hurricane player runs on the field really late. They're still trying to get set here with 9 seconds on the play clock. And now it looks like Western Brown is going to take a timeout. Coach Cody Wilson was right there next to the official and was waiting to see how they lined up. They take a timeout here with 5:59 to go. Big 4th down chance here for Western Brown after a couple of stalled drives on offense. If you get off the field, get the ball back here, you give yourself a chance to try to even this thing up.
Yeah, this would be great field position for them to start. It would be the best of the game for them so far. Huge opportunity for this defense to get off the field. Gave up a couple first downs, but again, in a 4th down and long situation, defense been playing really well these last few plays. And I'm not so sure from Coach Evans if that was intentional, sending the player on late to not allow Western Brown to get set up properly. They send him to that trip side on Wilmington's bench side of the field. So Coach Wilson quick to call that timeout before they get that snapped.
Well, remember, 995 is your home for the Ohio University Bobcats. The Cats are back at home tomorrow, hosting MAC opponent Buffalo. Coverage begins here at 11 a.m., kickoff at noon on your college game day Saturday. Ohio University in action against Buffalo right here on 99.5 The Edge tomorrow. 5:59 to go, 4th down and 10 here for the Wilmington offense. Stevens in the shotgun right on the 50-yard line, takes the snap, wants to throw, has pressure. He's not going to be able to get it out. Ball's on the ground, and I think they're calling it an incomplete pass, but that was number 22, Ballou, got in there quick, and I'm not sure how Stevens, they're going to call that an incomplete pass, but either way, it's going to be a turnover on downs. So Western Brown will have it back on the opposite 44 as the referee marked pretty quick that it was incomplete. But it sure looked like Ballou knocked that thing out. But either way, great pressure and able to get a big 4th down stop. Western Brown gets a turnover on downs.
Big turnover on downs. Coach Wilson brought the pressure on that one, brought 5, and able to get in there, force the errant throw, get an arm on his arm, and Western Brown, huge turnover here. Great field position to start this drive.
So Western Brown offense coming back out, still looking for their first down of the game here. One man in the backfield with Sutton, 2 receivers lined up on the right. They're going to hand it off to Weber, trying to set up some blocks, patient run, and Cumberland finds his way in there and wraps him up and slams him down. Add another tackle for loss to Cumberland's resume. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, first true running attempt for Western Brown tonight, and nowhere to go for Weber. So he'll go backwards for about -1 on that play.
That was also Bryson shooting the linebacker in there on that one as well for the tackle for loss. Back to the 43-yard line, 2nd down and 11. And I think if I looked right, 3 of the top 4 tacklers in the league are playing in this game here tonight. So some defenses that fly around and fly to the football. Parker goes in motion. Now a flag flies out on the far side and some movement for Western Brown's going to back him up 5 more. This is going to make this a 2nd down and 16 after the 5-yard penalty. So the Western Brown offense going the wrong way here to start this drive.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Can't have those personal setbacks. Got to be able to stay ahead of the chains, and they get the tackle for loss. Now the false start penalty.
So it'll be 2nd down and 16 all the way back inside the 40 now. Sutton takes a snap, looking to his right, has some pressure, has to roll out to his right, throws it late, and almost caught by Parker, but good coverage on the back end there by number 7, Lucas Johnson. Gets a hand in there, knocks it out. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it looked like he's able to get a hand in there, poke that one free. Sutton able to escape out of the pocket away from Cumberland, put that one out there for Parker, but Brown able to get a hand on it.
So far, really good coverage on the back end by this Wilmington Hurricane defense, and that was Cumberland in there again with the pressure, made Sutton move off his spot and tried to throw it on the run. Now, 3rd down and 16 from the 39. 4 wide receivers. Valdez in the backfield with Sutton. 3 on the left, 1 on the right. Sutton takes a snap. Looking to his right, has pretty good protection. Is going to throw it that way, and this one's going to be intercepted. Sandefur hits the turf, and they're trying to get it back the other way, trying to chase him down all the way back to his own sideline. Still going, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and I think they're going to say he stepped out of bounds right about the 28-yard line. That is Elijah Stewart again. His name has been called quite a few times here. Sandefur lost his footing, and Stewart was able to go up and get the interception and a great return all the way back to the 28-yard line in Western Brown territory. So the Wilmington Hurricane defense comes up with another big stop and puts themselves in great field position again.
And that one's a tough one. Sandefur slipped down on that route. If he's able to stay on his feet, he may come down with that reception and a big 3rd down conversion, but Wilmington takes advantage of the misstep, and like Greg said, big return there, now deep in Bronco territory to start this drive.
I'm not sure if he just slipped or if he got tangled up. His feet got tangled a little bit, incidental contact. I mean, there was definitely no pass interference or anything, but either way, it's going to be an interception for Wilmington, and they've got the ball inside the 30. So knocking on the door of extending their lead here after the turnover. This time Stevens will go under center for the first time. 2 men behind him in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to that far back. Ballou able to wrap him up along with Valdez and a couple others. And that's going to go for a very short gain. Will bring up 2nd down and 9.
A big stop there, inside run. Wilmington tries to go with the lead blocker on that as well, and Broncos ready for it. Done a good job on the inside run so far.
So they'll give him 2 down to the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 8. That was Josiah Puller on the carry there for Wilmington, the sophomore running back. Same formation, 2 receivers or 1 receiver on either side rather. Stevens under center, 2 men behind him in the backfield. This time Stevens hands it off again. Puller going up the middle, has some more room this time, dragging some tacklers, still churning those feet all the way down to the 15-yard line, and now Ballou jumps on the pile late, but that's going to move the chains down to the 15. A tough run by Josiah Puller to move the chains.
Yeah, go back to that same play off to the right side and get some little better blocking too, and able to keep those feet churning for those extra yards.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the first. Wilmington leads 7-0 still over Western Brown, but they're knocking on the door deep inside Western Brown territory on the 15-yard line here after the interception by Elijah Stewart. Same formation from Wilmington. 1 receiver on either side. Stevens under center. Same play, hands it off, going to the left this time. Broncos able to get early contact on him. That was Emmanuel Gibbs, the initial contact, but still able to fight forward for a couple of yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down here.
Gibbs, great initial penetration, able to get hands on him, but not able to bring him down, but slowed him down, allowed those teammates to come in and finish it off for a short gain.
So they'll give him 3, maybe 2.5, down to about the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 with 3:08 to go here in this first quarter. Again, same formation here from Wilmington. 1 receiver lined up out wide to the left, 1 to the right. 2 men behind Stevens under center in the backfield. Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff this time, rolling out to his left, throws it late, and it's a little high and intended for number 43, Luke Achterman. It falls incomplete. Nice coverage there on the back end. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Achterman really active on both sides of the ball, but Sandefur does a good job swatting that one away.
Sandefur using that long wingspan to get a hand in there and poke it out, stops the clock with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Ball still on the 12.5-yard line where it's 3rd down here for this Wilmington offense. Trying to convert the turnover into some points here before the end of this first quarter. Wilmington, same formation they've pretty much exclusively gone to here on this drive so far. They're going to pitch this one out, going to the right side, trying to set up some blocks. And off to the edge, that's Puller, goes in for the touchdown, but the penalty flag flies out late. And I believe this one's coming back, and the initial signal is a holding. So Puller was in for the touchdown, but it's going to be negated by a hold. And that's going to be another break for Western Brown's going to set this Wilmington Hurricane offense back.
Yeah, big run on the toss sweep, able to cut back inside, finds a lane, gets inside that pylon, but again, due to that hold. I think that one was out on the edge, maybe one of the receivers on that one.
2 or 3 of those offensive linemen looked around over there and said, wait, we didn't hold anybody. It's kind of like in the NFL. No one ever actually holds anybody. If you ask them, everybody's like, wait, me? I didn't. You never did that, did you?
No, never. I got playing in the inside interior of the offensive line. You get away with a lot more than you do on the edge at tackle.
Hey, you got to sell it, you know. It's, hey, what me?
Definitely. Guys have gotten a lot better at selling it, too, on the defensive line.
Yeah, they kind of see them throw their hands up and act like they got hit by a truck there. And so it'll be 3rd and 11 now after the holding penalty. This time Stevens in the shotgun takes a snap. He's going to throw it towards the end zone, has his man complete inside the 5. He reaches the ball out, and he's in for the touchdown. That time it's number 3, Stevie Rickman. Nice throw by Stevens, and Rickman able to reach it across the goal line. And they're going to extend their lead out now 13-0 with the extra point coming up.
Good pass from Stevens over the middle. Finds his man on that dig route, able to stretch it over the goal line as well. Got enough for that first down, but wanted 6, and he got it.
Looked like Western Brown was going to be able to get him down just short, but at the last second as he was heading to the turf, reached the ball out, got it across the goal line. Groves on for the extra point. Good-looking end-over-end kick. That one is good. So Wilmington leads 14-0 over Western Brown. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on 99.5 and Good Guys Radio TV. Welcome back in here to Western Brown. Wilmington has extended their lead out now 14-0, and we were kind of talking on the break there. Western Brown's going to have to kind of figure this thing out offensively. They got to get some points on the board, got to sustain a drive. We talk about time of possession is such a big thing in these games, and your defense can just get so tired early if they spend that time out there on the field. Western Brown looking to put a drive together here.
You got to get some momentum. I mean, they haven't even got a first down yet in the ball game, so your defense has already been on the field 3 times and given up 2 scores. That one probably due more to the turnover with the bad field position.
A little bit of room up the middle there for the freshman. Goes past the 30. That's Carson Parker. Takes it out to about the 34-yard line. So a pretty good return after the kickoff there by the freshman. Will set him up in decent field position. And Western Brown will be coming out. You said it, no first downs yet. Offenses, kind of looked a little off sync. They've had a couple of deep throw attempts, mainly to Sandifer. They've tried to go deep to him a couple of times and just haven't been able to connect on it. Unfortunately, fell down on the last one and created the turnover. But this offense really just got to try to get some, like you said, some momentum going, stay out on the field, sustain a drive, give your defense a little break here.
Yeah, and I think they like the matchup that they've got with Elijah Stewart guarding Sandifer. Sandifer has, it looks like about a foot at least, and then all that wingspan as well.
Sutton's going to throw this one over the middle, has it complete to Harmon. He's going to be thrown down right at the 45-yard line, but a nice little 12-yard throw and catch will move the chains for Western Brown, and Harmon with his first catch. And Western Brown now almost out to midfield. Nice play on first down.
And Harmon, one of those players that Coach O always talks about, and what the speed that he has for this offense to get them going, runs that dig route perfect, picks up first down.
And now Western Brown going with a little pace. Sutton takes the snap, looking to his left, pretty good protection. Now he's going to throw it, has it complete. This time Ty Spalding has it, able to fight through a tackle, keeps those feet turning. He's going to have another first down inside Wilmington territory, right down to about the opposite 40-yard line. And that'll move the chains. A nice run after the catch by big Ty Spalding.
Big run, big stiff arm too, and able to keep the balance to stay in bounds. Picked up the first down. Looked like he was going to be knocked out about 5 yards short, but gets about 15.
Western Brown feeling the momentum. They're going quick. Sutton takes the snap again, looking to his right, has really good protection. Now slides to his left. He's going to throw it really deep towards the end zone, and that one's going to be intercepted again. Right at the goal line, trying to get it to, and a big-time hit coming back the other way. Flags fly out all over the place, as that's going to be an illegal crackback block on the return. But Sutton aired it out all the way to the goal line from about midfield, trying to get it to Harmon down there. I didn't see who that Bronco player was that took the big shot. I think that was Sandifer down there. They're going to get him for a personal foul coming back the other way. But again, Sutton just tried to air one out really deep, and he's a little frustrated with himself. Had plenty of time in the pocket, slid to his left, and it came out a little wobbly, and it ends up being intercepted again.
Yeah, I think that one may have slipped out of his hand a little bit, got it around the goal line, just short of the receiver, and DB for Wilmington just waiting on it like a punt. Looked like he had some room, too, if he was able to scramble. There wasn't really anyone out there for about 15 or 20 yards on that left side if he was able to tuck that down and run it. So I think that may be where that frustration's coming from.
So the ball was returned out to past the 20-yard line, but it's going to be back on the 11 now after that personal foul penalty. A huge block on the way back. Not allowed to do that anymore. Used to be able to come back and knock those people off their feet. Not allowed to do that anymore. So a personal foul back to the 11-yard line. Minute 16 to go here in this first quarter. A little bit of running room there, but Spalding able to wrap him up and sling him down right about the 15-yard line. Maybe 14, so it goes forward for 3 or 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And Spalding was blocked on that one, but kept that outside arm free and able to shed the blocker and still bring him down for a tackle, short gain on that one. We talk about him week in and week out and the success that he has. Just has such a nose for the ball, knows how to position himself to win those battles, play in and play out.
So they'll give him 3 up to the 14. It'll be second down and 7 with 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Wilmington still leads 14-0. Back-to-back interception-ending drive-ending interceptions. Pitch this time out to the right side, trying to set up some blocks. Western Brown strings it out, but not before they go past the 20, all the way out to about the 24. That's going to be enough for a first down and move the chains. Nice run over there on the far side of the field by Wilmington.
Yeah, good run, patient run, just allowing those blocks to get in place, kind of ducking underneath of them, gets to that edge, picks up the big first down, gets them a little more breathing room as well.
So it's going to be all the way out past the 20-yard line, just at the 25-yard line. Looks like where it's going to be first down and 10, and not sure. I think Wilmington's just going to decide to let this one run down to the end of the first quarter with only 5 seconds left here. And that's what they'll do. So it's going to be 14-0 at the end of this first quarter. Wilmington leads over Western Brown. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with second quarter action right after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
To get to know people as people, not just customers. That's very important to Mosier Furniture. Today, we were lucky enough to have 2 customers call us and brag about the fact that they loved their furniture and they're still loving it after a great number of years. We like to hear that. There's no doubt Mosier Furniture and Appliance has a lot of great customers, but we're always looking for more. Mosier Furniture and Appliance in West Union, Ohio. We're here whenever you need us.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Ohio. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the OHSAA.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
30-yard line now. Gibbs will sub out for number 36, Aaron Pena.
So actually, they'll give him 6 up to the 31. It'll be second down and 4. Pretty good, tough run there up the middle, able to keep those legs moving and move the pile for a couple extra yards. Stevens looks like he's going to go under center again. 2 receivers lined up on the left, 1 down on the bottom on the right. 2 men behind him in the backfield. Stevens under center, takes the snap, hands it off to that far running back again. Some more room up the middle, able to keep the legs turning, takes a couple of big shots, and they're still trying to get him down, and he's still moving the ball out past the 40-yard line. Western Brown trying to rip the ball out, but a tough run by number 14 there. Puller moves it all the way out to the 42-yard line. think they're going to have him stop for about a 4-yard gain. Took it for about 10.
They had him stuck right about the stick and first down yardage. And then gets a big push at the.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Now with no gain.
A good closing speed, able to knife in there. We got to see a bit of that speed on the offensive end last week. Scored a big touchdown on a short pass play and turned on those burners. That play uses it on the defensive end, knifes in there for tackle for no gain.
I don't think we're on.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Bachelor Tractor.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago. And they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Before the overtime thrillers.
Dribbling ahead off the right side. Goes the length of the floor for a layup up with Tide. We're going to overtime.
Before the timely trifectas.
Step back three at the buzzer. It's good!
Before basketball comes to the shack, join C103 and Good Guys Radio TV for Basketball 30.
It's Basketball 30.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
To get to know people as people, not just customers. That's very important to Mosier Furniture. Today, we were lucky enough to have 2 customers call us and brag about the fact that they loved their furniture and they're still loving it after a great number of years. We like to hear that. There's no doubt Mosier Furniture and Appliance has a lot of great customers, but we're always looking for more. Mosier Furniture and Appliance in West Union, Ohio. We're here whenever you need us.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Ohio. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the OHSAA.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
21-7 to go here in this first half. Western Brown is driving the football, and a face mask call is going against Wilmington, so that's going to move Western Brown up. And if they can score here, I know Wilmington does get the ball back after the end of that first half, but so far Wilmington offense has looked really good. They moved the ball really efficiently. They ran it in for another touchdown, but Western Brown has a chance to answer back here and cut into that lead a little bit.
And another first down gained on that face mask penalty, so they are inside the 10-yard line now with the first and goal opportunity. Good series going for them, 3 first downs, 2 for 2 on third down conversions as well.
So it'll be first and goal from the 9-yard line now. 3 receivers on the right. Sutton takes a snap a little bit low, able to handle it, has some pressure, able to step up through it, and Sutton's going to run this one, and Sutton goes in for the touchdown. Brady Sutton uses the legs to get the first points for Western Brown here tonight. The big answer drive back after another touchdown scoring drive from Wilmington. And Western Brown's able to answer back here. They cut into that lead 21-6 with the extra point coming up.
And a little pressure from Wilmington. Sutton able to escape the pocket, though, tucks it down and has plenty of running room, able to get across the goal line for 6, gets the Broncos on the board, and like Greg said, some big momentum here right before halftime.
So Cunningham on to kick the extra point, and that one's a little bit short, but has just enough on it to get over the crossbar. So that'll make it 21-7. We'll just keep it here for now. And again, apologize for those difficulties, but hopefully we'll alleviate those for the rest of the night. So 21-7, Wilmington leads. Just want to remind everybody to stick around for tonight's Paul Hall Insurance Player of the Game. Our Paul Hall Insurance, our family insuring yours, and our season sponsors. Want to thank them: Higgins Steel Roofing, Rio Grande University, Mosier Furniture and Appliance. Well, again, a big answer drive back there by Western Brown, aided by a couple of penalties. While we were off the air there, had a pass interference penalty that helped them out. They were able to evade a couple of sacks there, got the face mask penalty, and then Sutton's able to take it in for the 9-yard touchdown run. And, just when you feel like it's kind of slipping away and you're getting to that point where it's like, man, if they go up 4 scores, the way their offense has run the ball and move the ball would be a tough hill to climb. But now you get it back to 2 scores. You give yourself a chance to get the ball back maybe one more time here if you can get a stop.
And one of the biggest things, too, was gave their defense a little bit of a rest there. Didn't go turnover or punt on that series for the first time in the game. So get them some rest, and hopefully they can get after the quarterback here on this series.
So Polander's going to kick it away here. First time he's kicked it away here tonight after the turnovers from Western Brown, but they're able to answer back 21-7 now. Again, Wilmington leads. Remember to stay tuned for the coach's comment show right after the game. We'll have Coach Osborne up here to recap this one. A little bit of the muddle huddle here, and they're going to try. We'll see if they try the onside or a line drive, and they are going to try the onside kick. And a lot of bodies flying around, and the ball's bouncing around, and I'm not sure if Wilmington touched it first. If not, it definitely didn't go the 10 yards it needed to go. And it looks like Wilmington is able to fall on it, so they're going to have it inside Western Brown territory on the 45-yard line, maybe 46-yard line. So they try the onside kick there, trying to steal a possession. Maybe not a terrible idea here, the way they've moved the ball. But Wilmington's going to have really good field position here to start this drive.
Yeah, they are lucky to retain that, too. It looked like it was bobbled around, able to fall on top of it. Western Brown trying to steal a possession there with the onside kick attempt.
So it will be first down and 10. They're going to spot it right on the 46-yard line inside that Bronco logo there. And midfield, 3:47 to go here in the second quarter. Again, Wilmington leads 21-7. Looks like Stevens will start this drive in the shotgun. Has 2 receivers on his left, 1 on the right. Has 1 running back. Puller off to his left hip. Man goes in motion across the formation. Stevens takes the snap. He'll hand it to Puller coming this way. Denver Blue almost able to get a hand on him. And now Puller able to turn the corner and gets a pretty good little run there on first down. Is going to set him up. Looks like second short or maybe even first down yardage.
Yeah, nice stretch play to the outside. Again, patient run. No contain there and able to turn upfield. Picks up a big chunk on first down.
So it'll be second down and 2 now inside the 40-yard line. Now Stevens will check back over to the sideline. Came up to the ball pretty quick. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. Same formation, 2 receivers on either side. This time Puller off to his right hip. And now a little bit of motion up top. Saw that slot receiver up there get a little jumpy, so that's going to back him up 5. Will make it Second down and 7.
A lot of penalties on both sides of the ball these last couple series from Wilmington. They had 2 15-yarders they gave up to Western Brown on that touchdown series. And then the false start here.
So back them up 5. It'll be second down and 7. Clock rolls with 2:55 to go here in this first half. Western Brown defense trying to come up with a stop here to keep it right where it's at as a 2-score game. Same formation here from Wilmington. Stevens takes a snap, a little low, has some trouble handling it, but able to go down and get it. Has it complete out on the far sideline, able to slip out of a tackle. Stiff arms another tackler, still going, and finally able to knock him out of bounds into his own sideline. But a nice run after the catch over there is going to take him down to about the 26-yard line, where it'll be first down at 10.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to be able to get him tackled short. Able to stay on those feet, though, and stay down that sideline.
And now Wilmington up to the ball quick. Clock stops with 2:33 as the runner went out of bounds over on that far sideline. It'll be first down and 10. Again, ball spotted right on about the 26-yard line over on that left hash mark. Wilmington trying to extend their lead back out to 3 scores. Western Brown defense trying to come up with a stop. Fakes a handoff, quick throw out this way. Pretty good coverage there, but the defender slips, but they're able to rally to the ball. I believe that was Stewart again. He is going to go forward for a little positive gain there. It'll be second down at about 8.
Yeah, not much going there. Broncos do a good job closing quickly. Get a lot of bodies around that ball and able to bring him down for a short gain.
So they'll spot him down at the 24-yard line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this second quarter. It'll be second down and 8. And now it looks like another timeout coming from Western Brown. Didn't like what they saw there on the defensive side. So they'll have 1 timeout remaining, I believe, after that one. Or maybe that was their final one. I'm not exactly sure, but that was their final timeout. So 2:03 to go here. Western Brown defense trying to maybe kind of, we talked about bend, don't break. Maybe a turnover would be huge here if they're able to get off the field and just keep Wilmington, or at least hold them to maybe a field goal try here late in this first half, as Wilmington is going to get the ball to start the second half. So it just, good field position here. Western Brown defense is right there, but, the Wilmington receivers and skill players are just very good in space, and they've been able to create some extra yards after the catch.
And get separation and be able to convert in those really critical situations. That's what Coach Osborne always kind of harps on with us during the week. And really, on offense, you got to be able to convert those. On defense, you got to be able to get off the field. And Wilmington's done a great job on both sides of the ball tonight in those situations.
So it'll be second down and 8 from the 24. Man goes in motion across the formation. Stevens takes the snap, looking that way. He's going to throw it. Has it complete, and they're able to rally to him. That's Zayden Nichols able to get to him first and drop him. And that one's going to go for about no gain, maybe even a little bit of a loss, maybe a 1-yard loss. So that's going to set up a third down and 9 situation here for this Wilmington offense.
Great recognition from Zayden Nichols on the edge there, able to fly up as soon as he sees the ball leave the quarterback's hands. Gets hands on him, doesn't let go. Teammate comes in, helps him finish that one off.
Clock still continues to tick, though. 1:30 to go. Third down and 9 from the 25. I think this far down in their own territory with not a lot of time left, if Wilmington gains any yards here, I'm sure they're going to go for it on fourth down. Even maybe if they lose yards, wouldn't have to maybe run another play, maybe one more. Stevens takes a snap, looking to his right, has pretty good protection, is going to throw it that way, and it's a little too far out of the reach of the intended receiver. It'll fall incomplete, and it stops the clock with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go, and now a fourth down and 9 coming up. And we'll see what Coach Evans decides to do here on fourth and long.
And Coach Wilson brings extra pressure on that one, too. Gets some hands in the face of Stevens, forces that early throw. Looked like he had the receiver there, just overthrew him out to on that corner route.
Good coverage by Sandifer on the back end, too. Was kind of maybe a step behind, but still right in the right position where he needed to be. Forced that throw, made sure he didn't underthrow it, had to throw it out in front of him and just went a little too far. Well, they're going to line up to go for it here on fourth down and 9. And now Wilmington's going to take a timeout. Didn't think they had a lot of time on the play clock there to get that one going. So now Coach Evans is going to talk about it with his offense and Coach Wilson with his defense. But a big fourth down here, if you can, like I said, the biggest thing would be to maybe hold them to a field goal try. But if you could get off the field with no points here, that would be a big win for this defense coming into the end of this first half.
big win and potentially give your offense one more chance at it. It'd be a long way to go for them with around a minute left at the end of this next play, but it would give them a lot of momentum, like you said, going into the half, because Wilmington does get the ball to start the second, so got to keep those points off the board.
So there will be a 4th down and 9 after the incompletion. Again, this Western Brown defense trying to come away with a stop here. The clock stopped with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go. Western Brown is out of timeouts. That was Wilmington's first time out of this first half, so they'll have 2 left. So if they are able to get first down yardage here, they'll have plenty of time and with 2 timeouts to try to score one more time here before the end of this first half. Stevens in the shotgun, has 2 receivers on the right. Man goes in motion, now comes back the other way across the formation. Stevens takes it. He wants to throw it that way. He's going to throw it, has it complete. And a nice little move inside the 10, still moving. Makes another man miss, and that's going in for the touchdown. What a run after the catch. I believe that was Stevie Rickman is going to take it in from the house. So not only a first down, but a touchdown for Wilmington. And that's going to extend their lead out to 3 scores again.
Yeah, great movement after the reception there. Makes 2 or 3 guys miss for that Bronco defense, and then able to get in the end zone for 6. Big 4th down conversion for Wilmington there, and now they stretch it back to a 3-score lead.
And a good job there as a player for Wilmington's down. I'm not sure, he was trying to get to the sideline but couldn't quite make it, was hobbling quite a bit. Not sure if it's a cramp or some other type of injury, but they're going to have to check him real quick and help him to the sideline. But again, Wilmington not only gets first down yardage on a 4th down and 9, but scores a touchdown and a good timeout and a good play call over there by Coach Evans to put him in. And Rickman made a couple of nice moves after the catch and took it all the way into the land of 6, as they say, and extends it out now 27 with the extra point coming up to 7.
And the tackling there, just not obviously what Western Brown's looking for there. It looks like they potentially had a shot to bring him down and get the turnover there, and he makes 2, 3, 4 guys miss there and makes them pay.
Well, remember, coming up at the half, it's the Health Source of Ohio halftime report. We'll break down for the first half and get you set to get back to action. Groves on to kick the extra point here, trying to make it a 28-7 lead for Wilmington. Snaps back, holds down, kicks on the way, and that one is going to be good. Makes it 28-7. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Welcome back in here to Western Brown High School, where again the Wilmington Hurricane have added 7 more before the end of this first half, and they lead now 28-7 over Western Brown, and a big hill to climb now for the Broncos, as again Wilmington's going to get that ball to start the second half. Still do have 1 minute and 3 seconds here to maybe take a couple of shots if you get a good return, but no timeouts for Western Brown, so not a lot of time on the clock here to work with. But Groves is set to kick it away from the 40. Line drive kick will be fielded on the far side. Coming back towards the middle, trying to set up some blocks, trying to get some running room, and then he's going to take a big shot right about the 25. And I got to say, Parker's probably lucky to just hold on to that one as he was dropped to the turf quickly. And it will be spotted on the, and now it looks like another penalty, a face mask. And I'm not sure who it's going against, but if it's against Western Brown, would be pretty far back, but it looks like it's going to be on Wilmington, so it's going to give them 15 yards. So that's going to put them all the way up closer to midfield. Maybe a chance with 56 seconds to get a few quick throws to the sideline, get out of bounds, and take a few shots at the end zone.
Yeah, it's a big face mask. I didn't see them signal personal foul, but it looks like they are moving the ball up near the 40-yard line.
So it is a 15-yarder. He was taken down right on the 25, so the ball is right on the 40-yard line, 56 seconds to go. Again, no timeouts left for Western Brown, so going to have to try. If you don't get out of bounds, going to have to get up to the ball quick and maybe spike it a couple of times to give yourself a chance at a few extra plays. Sutton in the shotgun, 3 on the left, takes the snap, looking over the middle, has pretty good protection. Now he's going to throw it towards his own sideline late, and it's going to be intercepted again, I believe, by Wilmington. And they're going to come in and say it is an interception. So on the back end there, number 7, Carson Brown, is able to get the interception for Wilmington, and now they're going to be thinking about maybe taking a couple of shots with those 2 timeouts left. They're down inside their own 35 at the 34, but the 3rd interception in the first half by Brady Sutton.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Tries to go deep, and Wilmington, again, just sitting there waiting on the ball to come down. It looked like Braden Harmon kind of lost the ball, didn't know where it was, and I think that was Sandifer in the area as well. But Wilmington gets another big turnover right before the half and another opportunity to put some points on the board.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 34. So they do that, and again, they have 2 timeouts and 49 seconds to work with, so they may have a chance to, at least get a first down or 2 and then take a shot with those timeouts. They'll be able to stop the clock anywhere on the field. So 49 seconds to go, and it looks like they're just going to take a knee and be happy. They're in the kneel-down formation here as Stevens is just going to take a knee. They're going to take this thing to the half with a 28-7 lead, happy with a 3-score lead. And you can't blame them. You don't want to turn the ball over and, gift one to Western Brown when you're playing with the lead right here. So Coach Evans, 35 seconds to go, just have to take one more knee, and they'll take this thing into halftime, leading 28-7 over Western Brown. So Western Brown going to have to make some halftime adjustments and try to come out and get a big stop on that first drive. That Wilmington will have the football coming back out. But again, 28-7 here in favor of the Wilmington Hurricane. And, it just seemed like that offense just couldn't get going. They just kind of, stalled out on those first couple of drives. Some penalties hurt them, a couple of, negative plays. And I think that's something that, Coach Osborne obviously going to look to get fixed, but, just going to have to talk with the staff about ways that they can get in a little bit better rhythm. The protection's been pretty good as good as that Wilmington front is, but the coverage on the back end has been really good from Wilmington. So we'll see what adjustments are able to be made here at halftime. Again, Wilmington leads 28-7. We will take a break, and we'll be back with our Health Source of Ohio halftime report right after this on 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Bachelor Tractor.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago, and they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Before the overtime thrillers.
Dribbling ahead off the right side. Goes the length of the floor for a layup up with Tide. We're going to overtime.
Before the timely trifectas.
Step back 3 at the buzzer. It's good!
Before basketball comes to the Shack, join C103 and Good Guys Radio TV for Basketball 30.
It's Basketball 30.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
to get to know people as people, not just customers. That's very important to Mosier Furniture. Today, we were lucky enough to have 2 customers call us and brag about the fact that they loved their furniture and they're still loving it after a great number of years. We like to hear that. There's no doubt Mosier Furniture and Appliance has a lot of great customers, but we're always looking for more. Mosier Furniture and Appliance in West Union, Ohio. We're here whenever you need us.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Ohio. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the OHSAA.
different arrangement there. I think kind of honoring their seniors. And their last time performing here on this field, even if Western Brown does get in, they obviously won't be getting a home playoff game. So final Friday night here for the seniors on the football team at Western Brown and the band, no matter what the score ends up being. But as of right now, Western Brown trails 28-7 over Wilmington. Speaking of those seniors, we will go over the seniors here on the football team. Number 3 wide receiver Lucas Powell. Number 6 quarterback Brady Sutton. Number 10, defensive lineman Landon Lambert. Number 14, linebacker defensive lineman Lamar Hall. Number 15, wide receiver Jaden Parker. Number 21, linebacker and newly positioned running back Alex Weber. Number 22, defensive lineman Denver Ballou. Number 30, one of the kickers Camden Cunningham. Number 32, defensive back Traven Jacobs. Number 33, wide receiver defensive back Austin Sandifer. Number 36, defensive lineman Adam Pena. And number 43, wide receiver Marcus Williams. Number 57, offensive defensive lineman Isaiah Snow Jr. Number 53, offensive lineman defensive lineman Brian Smith Jr. And number 66, offensive lineman and defensive lineman Damian Valdez. And, Rob, it's just one of those things. I think back that, you and I were fortunate enough to get to go play at the college level in our respective sports. And so, at the end of, I think I was more upset at the end of my senior basketball season than I was baseball because I knew I was going to get to keep playing baseball. But, that there's something about that final game on your home floor in front of your home crowd, or your field or whatever. It's a hard thing to go through. And, I famously heard Chipper Jones, one of my favorite baseball players, say one time, it comes to an end for everybody at some point. Some people it's 40 years old, some people it's high school. It's always tough for those seniors to play their final game here. And, meant so much to this program over 4 years. But, again, a great way to kind of honor them here before the game and now those band members. So I want to give a shout-out to those seniors. And I remember that feeling well, kind of the final moments of your last game and just kind of looking around thinking, man, next time I come to a game here, I might have to pay to get in.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too, where there's a lot of emotions going through your head that senior night, and obviously you want to go out with a W, and it's one of those things, too, as a player when you're growing up, going through school, you don't always recognize, like, the magnitude of it in the moment and how to cherish every moment. You always look back on it, man, I maybe wish I would have tried a little harder, but I know that's one of those things that coaches always try to convey to the kids. Soak everything up, soak it in, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy it, take advantage of it, because like you said, everything's limited. You only have so many snaps, so many plays, so many times that you're going to get to run on that field, and so you just got to take advantage of those moments, and those kids are obviously playing their hearts out and want to get that win on senior night in front of this great Western Brown home crowd for them. Got to get some things turned around, though, in the second half.
So there's about a minute and a half till the teams are back on the field as Wilmington is coming back out over to our left from their halftime. And they're going to get stretched out. I'll hand it back over to Rob. He's got some scores from some of those games across the league for you.
Starting with